Good morning, everybody, and what's today's topic? We're going to talk about how to make some hot dog cookers for your grill or your barbecue, and this will keep them up off of the grill so you don't get all those black marks. It's also a fun project for your kids. Get your kids involved. Like I said, I've done some other videos about things that you can get out in the shop and do with your kids and have a good time. They're made out of basic materials using basic hand tools. It's just stuff that you find laying around in scrap. You can tweak it to your own design. You can follow the ones that I put up here or the one that I'll put up here and talk about. Or, you can create your own, like I said, your own ideas just by sketching it out, playing around on paper, come up with your own design. But if not, this is just a fun thing, and it's made out of a few nuts and bolts and a few scrap material. You put them together, weld them up. You're going to have to take some caution with the welding with kids out in the garage, of course, but they're fun projects. Like I said, no long intros. Let me change the picture here. Let's get right to it. We'll have a discussion about it, and hopefully you get interested in it and get out there with your kids and have some fun. Okay, here we go. You can see where he's got some nuts and bolts. He's got a little bit of angle iron. He's got some rod, probably 1/4 inch, if you got whatever you got laying around, really. And he went ahead and he welded these on, and he did the bending. You can use a vise, use some channel locks, use vice grips, whatever you have, to bend the metal. But it's a very easy project. You can add a tail to these if you wanted to, just for the fun of it. You can take and make them curled. You can do lots of different things with these. You can put little tabs up on the head for ears. You can add and subtract and play around with this however you want. Now, kids have a lot of fun with this. I had a neighbor, his kids would get out in the garage and he'd cut everything up and play around and then let them go ahead and kind of lay it out how they wanted it, and then he helped them with the welding. You can touch them up with a 4.5-inch angle grinder with like a 60-80 grit flat disc on them, and you can make these look really cool. And you can use heat resistant paint. You can get it down at Ace Hardware, Home Depot, Lowe's. You can get it in black, or like this guy did here, in silver. You can use different colors of heat resistant paint. So kind of a simple project here, and so let me review if there was any questions on this real quick. It was just meant to be kind of a short video and kind of just like something fun that you can go do. You don't need a MIG welder if you've got one. Of course, that makes it easy. You could use oxyacetylene. The neighbor I had has oxyacetylene, and he just had some brazing rod laying around, and he used that. And it seems to be holding up and working fine. I mean, it's nothing that's going to be structural heavy duty, right? So you just have fun with whatever welding equipment you got laying around to put these together. And the neighbor I had like, he had some good sized nuts, for the eyes. And then he used like a smaller one to put inside of those first ones and made it look like the eyes were bulging. I mean, you can do lots of different variations and playing around with the design. It's just for fun. Set them out on your barbecue, and then you go ahead and put the hot dogs on there, and then just have a good time with them. Now, I do have some hot dog cookers that are more like adult kind of things, like the cowboy one where the rod is like his penis and you slide the hot dog over it. I'm going to do another video because I've got several new ones that I've added to the collection, but that's more an adult toy thing than, it is for kids. So this one's basically focused on, things that you can do with your kids. But yeah, there's another video coming up. I've got it on my to-do list where it shows you more of the adult hot dog cookers. You can make these any way you want. Add to them, subtract from them. That's the fun about going out and doing these projects. The other thing is out of scrap steel, basic hand tools. Like I said, you're not going out spending a lot of money. You just got nuts and bolts laying around. You got some rod laying around and some angle iron. Just what I would do is what I did with my neighbors, and the angle iron he used was off of a bed frame. We stripped the paint off of it to bare metal. We cleaned it really good with acetone. Then we did the welding and all of that. That way, these things are absolutely clean. Now, he has not gone out and put the heat-resistant paint on it yet. He just wipes them down with a little bit of oil until, they're ready to use next time. But that's your choice. I mean, you can do it, any way you want, really. The one where, I told you he used a brazing rod. It's just what he had laying around the garage because he doesn't have a MIG welder. But the brazing rod actually gives it that gold. So he was like, he put little gold pieces here and there of the brazing rod, and it looks pretty cool. That's the reason why he didn't paint it. So he just cleans it up real good in the sink and, just keeps it wiped with some cooking oil, like I was saying. But that gold, I mean, dripping effect or whatever, like on the feet and around the head and the ears and stuff, that he got kind of, fancy and a little bit more complex about it, but it looks pretty cool. That's the reason why he didn't paint it. Well, the angle iron in the picture, yeah, this is good for hot dogs. The bed frame one I told you about, where we cleaned it all up and, we stripped it down, it's actually much wider. It's probably like 3/4 inch or something like that or more. But what's cool about that is you could put actually those big bratwurst, kind of sausages on there, or the large Italian sausages. I mean, if you want to cook them out on a grill. So, that's pretty good. I mean, this would still hold it. Yeah, you could still get away, with these things holding like the larger sausages, but it's what he had laying around. I mean, it wasn't to go out and, like I said, buy more steel or do anything like that for these simple projects. He just rooted around in his scrap pile and came up with some stuff and put it together, and it turned out pretty good. I don't have any pictures of it. I mean, you have to use your imagination when, it comes to, like I told you about the brazing rod and leaving the gold on there. And like I said, he put a tail, he put some ears on it. He did a few different things. I mean, you can actually go down to the feet and put, like, on the bottom, you can put a couple of more to make it look like toes. You could do all kinds of different things. It depends on the time that you want to, invest in something like this, or you just want to keep it real simple. If you get out there and help cut all this stuff up and help bend it, show your kids how to use the hand tools, stuff like that. I mean, it's actually kind of a fun project for the day to do with them. Anyway, it's worth thinking about. I'm the Home Handyman. I hope you guys enjoyed this little quick tip video on how to make a hot dog cooker. You got any comments, or you've done something similar, drop it below. Let me know. Maybe you come up with some better ideas. Anyway, I hope you subscribe, and I hope you keep following me. Give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you again soon. You folks have a good day. Bye-bye.